Hello, Keith here. Welcome to Math Fun and Games. Today we're playing MBT by GMT Games. We're doing scenario 2 with the full basic and advanced rules. We're also using the bog rule. I don't believe I may add other rules, optional rules, but other than the only optional rule I think I'm going to use is just the bog rule. Oh, what have we got here? So we have two forces, and they're going to fight over these victory point hexes right here. They get victory points for doing these river crossings. These two green river crossings are worth a set of victory points. This ford's worth a set of victory points, and these two crossings over here on the right are worth victory points. You also get victory points for eliminating enemy units. So let's look at force composition. So over here we have two T-72AV tanks, and we have a SPG-9, which is called a Spigot, which is an anti-tank guided missile, and they're in a BTR-70. And over there we just have three tanks. They're better at longer range because it takes some distance to acquire the target and then be guided to the target. And this isn't the ideal terrain for using anti-tank guided missiles. It's very tight. There's not a lot of long views, so to speak. So I'm going to go, all right, so that's my left force over here. My center force for the Soviets, I have a regular squad. I believe that one has an RPG, the two tanks, and over here I have a tank and a BTR-70 with the squad and then I have another tank over here on the right. I have in this hex two tanks and a squad of infantry with some type of anti-armor weapon, and then I have a heavy machine gun and a BTR-70 and two tanks. The reason I have the heavy machine gun on this side is in case I have to get into a fight for this village. I created, like last time, I made these two hexes right here. The red stars, I made those as actually victory point hexes. I may keep that, but we'll see. For the Americans, over here on the left, I have two M60s. So I have three M60s and a squad right there. Just want to see if I can see what type of squad it is. Let's look at the change ID. All right, so that's a light anti-tank weapon. Over here, I have that right there, M150 is a command track. And over here, I have three tanks and a squad of infantry with the light anti-tank weapon. Over here, I have two tanks forward, and then I have two more tanks and a squad with the light anti-tank weapon. Over here, I have the other command track and a command tank. And over here on the left, I have two tanks. And over here, I have another tank and a squad with the light anti-tank weapon. So we're going to be going. So first, we're going to be doing the spotting phase. No one can see anybody else yet. So now we're going to be doing the command phase. I'm going to cut it short. Everybody gets a move command. We roll for initiative. NATO first, 44. Warsaw Pact 96. So Warsaw Pact fires first. They don't have any fire. NATO fires. They don't have any fire. So Warsaw Pact. So now NATO moves first. And they're going to be using the road movement rate. Road movement rate's 11. So maximum this group can move is 11 because they're staying together as a group. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Turn. If I leave them there, they'll have to face the road. Yeah, I'm just going to leave them there. That's fine. Excuse me. Okay, next group. So we got 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just want to check the cost of entering that gully hex. Not a gully, but yeah, it's a gully. 2. Okay. To leave that gully, there was a bog roll. 65. All right. Then you get caught by that. Here we got 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to keep them right there. And I'm going to do these last units on the hill last. I'll put these guys right here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. Excellent. So now these guys right here. Let's see what we got here. And I'm going to try and get right into it. All right. One, 2, 3, 4. And that's brush. To enter brush, it only costs 1. So I can enter the brush. I'm going to turn oops. So I'm going to turn right, enter the brush, and turn left. All right, I think that's it for movement for the NATO forces. Now we're going to do movement for the Warsaw Pact forces. So what kind of movement we got here? So the lowest movement rate is 14. All right, so I'm just going to move them. Oop, I'm going to move just one stack first, make it easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I'm going to move them. Okay, now since they're using the road movement rate, I can actually take that vehicle that has a power of 16 and move it forward an extra 2 hexes. Do I want to do that? Not necessarily. All right, so the center Soviet group here. They're moving cross country. Maximum they can move is 7. And I gotta be careful now because those are wheeled vehicles. So wheeled vehicles to enter clear is 1. To go up a hill or slope is +1. +1. Wheeled, it's +2. So those wheeled vehicles have a little bit more addition. Shall we say? Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to stop there. And these units on the road. If I use the road movement rate, 16, 16. Now they all have to stay together. I would have loved to have actually sent those ones with 16 forward, but I can't do that now because they're moving as a unit, so I only can go 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now I need to check something. So what about roads? Let's take a look at roads. Road path So it's just 1. But if you're moving up a slope, it's +2. One moment. Okay, I just wanted to see the road path rule. So to go up hills, the penalty for moving up a slope on a road is 1 less. So normally for track vehicles going up a hill, you have a penalty of +1. So there's no penalty for track vehicles going up a hill. And wheeled vehicles, normally there'd be a +2 to go up hills. But in this case, the wheeled vehicles only have a penalty of +1. So that move where they are right now is totally allowable. I just want to see if there are any bogs. Well, there wouldn't be bogs because all those units are on a road. So, okay, excellent. All right, so that is turn 1. Now we're going to go immediately into turn 2. Things get a little bit more interesting now. So first we do line of sight. And who can see who? That's the question. This unit right here has a continual slope, but it has trees there. So I'm gonna start pull back and start showing some line of sights. Okay. Oops, I don't want to move you. Just quickly want to do line of sight. So both of them are spotted. No, those aren't spotted because you have those 2 hexes and it's not a continual slope. So this unit right here, check line of sight. So you can't see those because of the trees. The trees are level 4. Can't see those because of that continual slope. And how about the units back here? Can't see those. You might be able to see, yes, can see those. Can't see those. Oh, wait, there's a move down. Nope, can't see those because of that, those light trees there. All right, so those units, oops, easy. Those units cannot be seen. Spot move marker. These units on the left, do they have line of sight there? Yeah, them. Not them. So those units right there, no one can see. So the only American unit that can be seen is them right there. They can't be seen. I gotta remove the move spot. These units can't be seen. I gotta remove the move spot. And thing is, this is a very forested area. So it's kind of hard to spot. Even that, can't see. So those units aren't seen. I'm gonna remove the spot move. Go up here. These units can't be seen. Remove the spot move, and I gotta go over here and remove the spot move. Okay. All right, so that's movement phase. Now the command phase. The only units that have any type of fire is that unit, those 2, these 4 units right here. These 1, 2, 3, those 6 units right there. They have fire at each other. I don't believe anybody else does. And I could put units on Overwatch. All right. So I could put some of these units on Overwatch. They're already in position. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put those 2 on Overwatch. Oops. All right, because they're in the position they want them to be in. I'm going to give the unit right behind them a move command so that they can line up this unit right here. Actually, I should have given this unit the, as you'll see later, that would have been a good position to give the anti-tank guide missile. They're going to have a move command. Oop. Going to give them a move command. Fire left. Going to give them a move command. And they're going to get a fire command, maybe. Do I want to do a fire command or a short halt? Thing is, I don't like their facing. Give them short halt. And the unit right behind them is going to get a move command. So we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and they're going to get a move command. All right, 6 units. Okay. I'm not going to bother checking because I know the Americans have at least 6 commands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 commands, but I know the Americans have at least 7 commands in this setup. One thing I would be good to do would be take this hill, or 4.17, and see what, and check the last site. Take this map and shade in the, or highlight the areas that can actually be seen from these 2 hexes. That would be a good project to do. I might do that. Same thing with these hill hexes over here. Alrighty. And it wouldn't be many. This is a very wooded area, farmy area, I guess. Alright, Soviets. Mainly move commands. There's really no point in giving these overwatches. There's very little chance of any new units coming into sight from where they are at the moment. So move command, all of them are going to have a move command. Now, how do we handle these units to the left? That's the question. Do I do overwatch? Do I do move? That's the spigot. I would love to unload them. I would love to unload them in some area where they have at least a little bit of cover, maybe like behind here. Because they're going to be able to fire at these 2 hexes right there. Huh. And I'm pretty sure since they're unsuppressed, I can unload them 1 hex in any direction. So I can load them into that rough hex right there. We'll give them a little bit of cover. I would rather unload them right there, though. And I think I can do that, actually. So that has 7, so that'd be 1, and then I can unload them right there. That's what I'm going to do. I think that's a good position for them. So I'm going to go there. So it has to turn left, go forward, and then they'll unload over there. And then I'm going to turn back. I can do that. Good. Excellent. Do I have... Oh, so I have another squad there? What's this? Okay, yeah, that's the spigot, so to speak. So, all right. Now... Oh, well, all right. I would have had to have given that move command. Because technically we're still in the command phase. So I'm just going to move those back here as a reminder. Now, or a short halt, but nah. Short halt really won't do much. Now these 2. Is everybody else going to fire? That's the question. And I want them to spread out, because if one of these gets hit with a brew and gets eliminated with brew up smoke. All right. So well, I'm gonna have to check how many commands I actually have, but because I want to separate these. So I'm gonna give one move command there. And I'm going to give a move command to the top two. And then I'm going to give a move command to one of the other ones. So there'll be two move commands operating in that stack. All right. So that's the command phase. Now we have the initiative phase. Rolling. I'm going to be rolling for the NATO first. NATO? Yeah. Rolling for NATO first, 93. Rolling for Warsaw Pact, 76. All right, so NATO wins the initiative. It's the fire phase. NATO definitely has fire. Well, just this one. These two have fire. They're firing from a short halt. They're going to try to hit. They're each aiming at a different tank over here. So here, have one command, and the other two tanks over there are going to have the other two move commands. And one of these is going to fire at this tank, and one of them is going to fire at the tank on the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's short range. We're firing from a short halt. Short range, no cover, no target size. Target size, no. Target moving, yes, -2. No cover. Short halt, -2, so it's -4. And I believe that's it, -4. So short -4. Another thing I want to check, I think their stabilization factor too. I just want to double check that. I think the Soviets are stabilization factor. Yeah, stabilization factor 2. So that is, so it's going to be short -4. They need a 42. First tank, 0, 4. That is a track hit. So that tank ain't moving anywhere. And the second shot, 49. That's going to be a miss. Short halt, -4. Again, 2 for target moving and 2 for a short halt, -4. And you have 42 to hit. So those two, so that gets flipped to its move side. And that's going to be it for the fire phase for the NATO. Then Warsaw Pact fire, none. Warsaw Pact move. Okay. So I'm going to do this bit back here. I'm going to make sure that spigot is in that, and I'm going to make sure that its transport's right there. This vehicle right there, well, it doesn't need to move. It's track mobilized. And these guys are going to want to move them here. I want to park them like that. Now, I want to check for Overwatch. So I have 2 vehicles over here on Overwatch. Check line of sight. New and new. All right, so I don't see anything. All right, these 2 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, and their maximum range is 7. Well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to say, the question is, do you have to enter the bridge hex? Do you have to go on the road? No, either way I can do it. 1, 2, 3 right there. Is that the move? No, that's the victory point. And then the other vehicle. Maybe I should just try to hold down roll. Let's see, clear hex side. Hold down. 1 through 10. Yeah, why not? He's going to try to achieve hold down, so I need a 1 through 10. Well, partial hold down is 1 through 40. He's going to try to achieve partial hold down. And he rolled a 34, so he is partial hold down now. So I can mark that. So he's off the road. And he is partial hold down. I gotta get partial hold down marker. Wait, one. Okay, so I found the partial hold down marker over there in the markers, and I marked it partial hold down. All right, so now we do, and I'm not using the spot move markers because you notice it automatically shows that they moved. So next set of units, these units right here. I'm going to see what kind of line of sights they have. I'll pull back and we're going to take a look at some of these line of sights on that hill. So this position right here, that's blocked. So all those are right there blocked. You basically got this little area in here that it can see. Right there. Right? Yeah, right there. And then it can also see back into that. So that hex right there is a strong position. How about this hex? Oh. So I'm looking, you can see into that victory point hex, but it cannot see into that victory point hex. And that's on that side. On this side, it is just to the left of that tree. So it can see that victory point hex. And it can't see that victory point hex. So that's from that position. From this position, it definitely can see that victory. So those two positions right there are strong positions. Because they can see the victory point hexes. They can't see into those boards on the right, but so I can put units in particular. If I had the spigot, that would be a light anti-tank weapon. That would be a good place to put those. All right, what do I have over here? I mean, not light anti-tank weapon, but guy had anti-tank guide missiles. I was using it all along. All right, so I'm going to move. All these guys have to stay together, unfortunately. I'm going to park them up there. Now we got Overwatch. No. I'm going to take the tanks and spread them out. So that hill is a strong position. Right, so now we have the infantry squads. They have to stay close to these two right here. So I'm just going to move them right up there right now. And next turn, I might send them on their own someplace. Okie dokie. Right there. Oops. Okie dokie. Right there. Right there. All right, that's it for their movement. Now, I got some more units down there. I have these units. What do we have here? We got those squads. And that's a heavy machine gun. That's not too useful, actually. Unless I know where the Americans are putting their long-range anti-tank weapon. But these guys got to stay together. I want them in this tree line. Preferably hull down. So here they go. Here. They all have to stay close. So and I want them facing pivot clockwise. I want them all facing forward. Now I'm going to get overwatch fire. So I'll just have to see when I'm going to do it. I got one unit right here. I got pivot. Pivot clockwise. There we go. 1, 2. Now as those units were moving into this position, I would have had a chance to get overwatch firing on them. So I'll have to take care of that. So I'm just going to leave these up there. And these units will be parked right with them until I have a good position for them where I can put them. All right, removing this. Now I have overwatch fire. So these units were moving as a group. All right. Now, my next turn, I'm going to try to get hull down. So, okay. So now I get 2 shots, overwatch fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if these guys came in first, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I probably would have fired at them first. And that would have been short range. I would have taken it. So I'm going to say I would have taken it. It's 1-on-1. It's going to be short range. So now we look at overwatch fire. So it's going to be short range, no target size, target moving -2, target in light cover -3, and overwatch fire -4. Okay. So it's going to be short range -4. I need that. You have 42 to hit. Now, what weapon do I want to use? Now, the anti-tank guided missile. So I can fire the heat. I think the heat's just a little bit better at getting a knockout. But it's chemical energy, and the Soviet vehicles have reactive armor, so which would negate any benefit it has. So I'm just going to go standard fire. Armor piercing, blah blah, discarded sable. So I need 42. First vehicle misses. Second vehicle gets one of these track hit. A lot of track hits. Okay. So now I gotta see if they bail. Crew bails? No. I don't think I checked to see if the crew bails for this track hit either. 10. Oh, so that's interesting. So I think the crew actually bails. Let's take a look. And bail out, bail out, bail out. Track hit. Crew. 30 or less. So they bail. Wow. Okay. And bail. And they bail easy, but they bailed. All right, and that's it for my Overwatch fire. That just was before because I don't think I rolled for bail over there. Okay. So that's it for the Soviet movement phase. Now for the United States movement phase. Excuse me. So I want to see, well, I don't have any, see what the M150 has as far as they have tow missiles. And anything between 4 and 38 hexes is point blank range. So I want them to be at least 4 hexes away, preferably in some type of cover. And who do they have line of sight to? Blocked, but they do have line of sight to that hex. I'm going to try to achieve hull down. I'm going to try to achieve hull down. So top to bottom, nope, and nope. All right, so that's their movement. I gotta make sure they're marked move. There's only a 10% chance of gaining hull down in clear terrain. I should have moved to the grain or something. Right, this unit, these units, what do we got? Got the M113. What does the 113 have? So it just has really, really weak weapons. Its real strength is just the infantry that it's carrying. Okay. So I want to spread those armor units out. And I want to go ahead and unload them. That infantry unit there. And then that unit's going to just park. Man, since all these share the same command, I have to be careful the way I do them. They all have to be within 1 hex of each other. So I'll have to set them up like that. There. And the infantry can go in full cover. Basically, they hit the dirt. All right, over here on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a 113. They don't have it much. Those 2 vehicles are moving forward. Again, they all have to be within 1 hex of each other. All right, just gonna move them forward. I don't know if that's necessarily the best move, but well. All right, so they move. So the only thing we got these units right here. There's a tow. No, that isn't a tow. It's 113. It's my other command track. There's my other command track that has the tow. Okay, let's check some line of sights out here. So if I just park them right here, has a good coverage up over there. Right. Has good coverage over there. So maybe I'll just keep that unit with the anti-tank guided missile right there. So that's a good position for it. What else we got in that hex? We got tanks. You want to move the tanks forward. We got over here. We got the 113. We got the infantry. I'm just gonna move them down the hill to position. Then I'm gonna unload the infantry right behind in that brush. No, I can't do it. Again, they all have to be within 1 hex of each other. Okay. Now over to the left. These units. I'm not sure what to do with that squad yet, so I'm gonna move the tank forward. We'll leave the other vehicle back there. I don't think anybody has a sight. Well, what I can do, because I gave it a move command, is I can try to get it hull down. Not even close. All right, these guys have a short halt, and they can move 2 hex sides. Well, I want them to try to get hull down. First, I have to check for bog. That's medium woods, so they don't bog now. Hull down in medium woods. Woods medium. 120, 130. So hull down 1 through 30. Do I want to check for partial hull down or full hull down? Full hull down. Nope. No. So they both fail full hull down. I will do a facing change with them though. I do want them to face front. Okay. I want both of them to face front. There we go. Okay. So that right there is the movement phase. I think I should have unloaded that squad right there. All right. So next we go on to the final phase. This is the phase where you put people under full cover. I definitely want my infantry under full cover. I could change that back to full cover. And then I have to change this to the direction. They're facing full cover. 1, 2, 3. So they're even going to be hard to spot. And 1 more unit in full cover. This one right here. Rotate clockwise. Rotate clockwise. Rotate clockwise. Okay. So a vehicle can't be under full cover. Vehicles go hull down. Do I have any infantry running? Any more infantry running around? That's the question. Oh yeah, these guys right here. I want to move them under full cover. It makes them harder to see and also makes it harder for them to spot. I am not going to put them under full cover just yet, I don't think. Let's look at spotting. So spotting cover. And they are, let's look at spotting them first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Short distance, they're in brush or scrub. They're in the heavy stuff. Short distance, they're in scrub. Well, brush, scrub is light cover. And you don't see, adjustment numbers. So they're in light cover. So light cover's -1. All right, full cover. So it'd be 0. It's a leg unit. So -1. 7. Maximum they can do is, no, they're not going to under full cover. Leg units, they'd be very hard to spot. Leg units with no modifier to spot is we're all the way out to 16, but they already are in light cover, so they can't be spotted outside of a 7 hex radius. They did move this turn, so they'll be spotted, but later on it might be harder to spot them. I'm going to leave them where they are. Okay, so that's going to be it for turn 2, right? Going to turn 3. All right. And I may start using these big boxes to put some of these units. Okay, so that's it for turn 2. When we come back, we're going to be going on to turn 3. Now that I know the rules and I'm using the rules, this is a much, 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 much more interesting game. Thank you very much. Bye.